Welcome back to MS Old Coins, another exciting journey of hidden treasures and untold stories. Today, we're diving deep into a discovery that might just change the way you look at the coins lying quietly in your drawers or collections. Get ready, because what we're about to explore could turn an ordinary-looking coin into something extraordinary, a true piece of Australian numismatic history. Let's get started. This story begins in 1973, a remarkable year in the history of Australian coinage. The coin we're talking about today is none other than the Australia 20-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, a coin that carries not only metal but a legacy of design, rarity, and royal heritage. When the Royal Australian Mint struck the 20-cent coins in 1973, it wasn't just producing change for daily use. It was producing symbols of national identity during a time of transformation and modernization in Australia. The coin's obverse proudly features a young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin, while the reverse showcases a graceful platypus, one of the most beloved creatures native to Australia, designed by Stuart Devlin. But what makes the 1973 issue truly special is its limited mintage. Unlike other years where millions of coins flooded circulation, the 1973 20-cent had one of the lower mintages in its series, making it hard to find today and extremely desirable among serious collectors. Over the years, collectors have realized that coins from this year, especially those preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, hold an astonishing level of value. Many of these coins have been carefully sealed and protected by collectors for decades, ensuring that their shine and design remain untouched by time. If you're lucky enough to have a 1973 20-cent coin in near-perfect condition, you could be holding something far more valuable than you might imagine. This is not just one coin. There are a few known surviving examples in flawless mint state, and they have become the focus of attention in the numismatic market. Why is this coin so valuable? Because condition plus rarity equals desire. Collectors from around the world are constantly searching for coins that tell a story and stand apart from the ordinary. The 1973 20-cent fits that description perfectly. It's a piece of art, history, and rarity all in one. Many of these coins were lost in circulation, worn down by years of use, or melted for metal value over time. That's why finding one in brilliant, uncirculated condition is so rare. It's like discovering a hidden diamond among stones. The coin also symbolizes a turning point in Australia's coinage. It was produced at a time when Australia was moving forward economically and culturally, yet still deeply connected to the monarchy. The young Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse captures that connection beautifully. Today, this coin's allure has reached international attention. Collectors across the United States, the United Kingdom, and even Asia are hunting for this particular year's issue. Online auctions, private coin shows, and collector fairs have seen intense bidding wars over the finest examples. Some rare, uncirculated specimens of the 1973 Australia 20-cent Elizabeth II coin have fetched as high as $1,000 to $1,500, depending on condition, luster, and strike quality. That's right. A small piece of metal once worth just 20 cents can now command four figures in today's collector market. If your coin shows mirror-like surfaces, no scratches, and strong detailing on both the Queen's hair and the platypus design, it could be among those rare elite pieces that collectors dream of owning. So what should you do if you have one? The best step is to seal it in a protective holder immediately to prevent oxidation and scratches. Keeping it untouched and certified by a grading authority can multiply its value even further. The beauty of this coin is that it represents more than value. It represents a piece of Australia's golden numismatic age. Every tiny detail on its surface tells a story of art, identity, and pride. For those who love collecting, this coin is a reminder that treasures don't always come in gold or jewels. Sometimes they come to form a shining 20-cent piece from 1973, carrying the image of a young queen and the spirit of a nation. So next time you look through your coin collection, pay attention. You might just be holding a small circle of metal worth hundreds or even over $1,000. The 1973 Australia 20-cent Elizabeth II coin is living proof that greatness often hides in plain sight. And remember, this is not just one coin story. It's a legacy shared by the few that survived in mint perfection, treasured by collectors, and celebrated as one of the most valuable 20-cent coins ever made in Australia. Keep your eyes open, your coin sealed, and your passion alive, because the next great discovery could be sitting right in your hands. Next, the Australia 20-cent 1975 Elizabeth II coin is one of those hidden treasures that collectors around the world are now beginning to truly appreciate. Minted during a fascinating period of Australian history, this coin carries not only monetary value, but also a deep cultural and numismatic significance. The moment you hold one in your hand, you're holding a piece of Australia's past, a relic of the mid-70s era, when craftsmanship, tradition, and national pride blended perfectly into coin design. The 1975 20-cent coin was struck by the Royal Australian Mint and proudly bears a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin. This youthful image of the Queen was used on Australian coins from 1966 through the early 1980s, symbolizing strength, stability, and grace. On the reverse, the coin features the elegant platypus, a uniquely Australian animal designed by Stuart Devlin, who was a goldsmith to the Queen. Together, these designs make the coin one of the most artistically iconic pieces in Australian currency. In 1975, the world was going through major changes. Australia was thriving, modernizing, and expanding its trade and cultural identity. Coins from that period were created with precision and a sense of pride. The 20-cent piece was used widely, which makes finding one in excellent or uncirculated condition today far more difficult. That scarcity in perfect grade is exactly what gives this coin its rising value. Collectors have noticed that coins from the 1970s, especially from years like 1973, 1974, and 1975, are becoming increasingly sought after. The 1975 issue, in particular, stands out because of its balanced design and historical placement, a time before decimal coinage matured into mass production. It's not just an old coin, it's a piece of vintage Australia preserved in metal. Over the years, most of these coins circulated heavily. They passed through countless hands, shops, and banks, and many were lost, damaged, or melted down. But those few that survive in pristine, uncirculated condition, the ones still sealed, shiny, and untouched, are now catching the attention of serious collectors worldwide. The coin's potential value is driven by three major factors: rarity, condition, and collector demand. As of now, the 1975 20-cent coin in normal circulated condition can sell for a few dollars, but when you find a brilliant uncirculated or proof-like specimen, the story changes dramatically. Some of these flawless examples have already reached $300 to $600 in private auctions and collector markets, and in the near future, experts predict that value could climb even higher as demand continues to grow. Why is that? Because collectors are now shifting their attention toward mid-century and 1970s era Australian coinage, coins that represent the post-decimal evolution of Australia's economy. These coins tell the story of national pride and artistry, and that emotional connection adds even more worth in the eyes of collectors. Many coin dealers believe that if kept in sealed, certified condition by grading services such as PGS or NGC, the 1975 Australia 20-cent coin could see its value double or even triple within the next decade. As more people around the world take interest in Australian numismatics, the spotlight is turning toward coins exactly like this one. Think of it as an investment in history. The metal itself might be common, but the story behind it, the year it was made, the Queen's portrait, the national symbol of the platypus, all combine to create something timeless. Every collector who owns one is preserving a little piece of Australia's legacy. The reverse design, with the platypus gliding effortlessly through the water, captures a sense of movement and calm that reflects the country's natural beauty. It's this artistry that gives a coin more than just face value. It gives it emotional and aesthetic worth that collectors appreciate deeply. At this very moment, serious numismatists are paying attention to coins from the 1970s that have stood the test of time. The 1975 20-cent coin is among those that are quietly climbing the value ladder. In near-perfect mint state, with a strong strike and no blemishes, this coin can command prices that reach up to $800 or more, depending on the market and the buyer. This growth in value is expected to continue. As older collectors pass their collections on and fewer uncirculated coins remain available, rarity will drive the price upward. It's a cycle that is repeated throughout numismatic history, and the 1975 coin is right in that trajectory. If you already own this coin, it's a wise idea to store it carefully in a protective capsule. Keeping it sealed, moisture-free, and untarnished ensures that its potential value will keep rising over the years. Collectors love coins that are untouched by time, those that sparkle just as they did the day they were minted. Imagine years from now, when a coin you bought or discovered today sells for thousands simply because you cared for it properly. That's the future potential of the 1975 Australia 20-cent Elizabeth II coin, a humble piece of metal that holds the power to grow in worth and admiration. The coin also serves as a reminder of Queen Elizabeth II's long reign and her influence across the Commonwealth. Each detail on her portrait represents dedication and continuity, values that resonate strongly with collectors and historians alike. Right now, you could easily underestimate the power of this coin. But in the numismatic world, patience and preservation turn small discoveries into great fortunes. The 1975 20-cent coin has that exact potential, waiting quietly for those who recognize its hidden value. The beauty of this coin lies not only in its shine, but in the story it carries. It's part of a generation of Australian coins that symbolize both royal heritage and national pride. With every year that passes, fewer of these coins remain in mint condition, making each surviving one even more precious. So yes, the 1975 Australia 20-cent Elizabeth II coin can absolutely be valuable, not only now but in the future. Its maximum potential could soar as high as $1,000 or more in top-graded form, depending on rarity and market trends. Those who hold on to it, sealed and safe, could one day find themselves owning a treasure that's not just valuable in money, but priceless in history. This is more than just currency. It's a timeless symbol of Australia's artistic and cultural legacy. And for collectors, it's a chance to hold in their hands something that only grows more extraordinary with every passing year. Next coin, the Australia 20-cent 1976 Elizabeth II coin stands as one of the fascinating gems in the history of Australian coinage. Struck during an era of confidence and progress, this coin carries the grace of Queen Elizabeth II and the beauty of Australian wildlife through the classic platypus design. Each piece minted in 1976 represents a chapter of national identity and craftsmanship that continues to shine through the decades. The coin was produced by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra and made from cupronickel, a perfect blend of copper and nickel, giving it that silver-like brilliance that collectors adore. On one side, the coin features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin, capturing her regal yet youthful presence. On the reverse, the smooth and flowing image of the platypus gliding through water, designed by Stuart Devlin, symbolizes Australia's unique wildlife and the creativity behind its currency. When the 1976 20-cent coin was released, it became a symbol of stability in a modernizing Australia. The coin was not only a tool for everyday transactions, but a work of art that carried cultural value and meaning. Even though millions were minted for circulation, time has transformed this ordinary coin into a collectible treasure, especially in pristine, untouched condition. Over the years, most of these coins have experienced heavy wear through daily use. They pass through markets, shops, and homes across the country. But a small number were preserved by collectors or saved by chance, and these are the ones now attracting attention and high prices in the numismatic community. The 1976 Australia 20-cent Elizabeth II coin holds special interest because of its design continuity and rarity in uncirculated form. Many coin enthusiasts view it as a coin that bridges the gap between early decimal issues of the 1960s and the refined minting standards of later years. Its clean strike, elegant motifs, and balanced metal finish make a favorite among those who admire both history and beauty. Today, the number of collectors seeking this coin continues to grow. Online platforms, coin clubs, and auctions often receive hundreds of inquiries about this particular year's issue. People are eager to own a piece that connects them to Australia's cultural and royal heritage. The current value of a 1976 20-cent coin depends entirely on its condition. A circulated coin may sell for a modest price, but the real excitement begins when a coin is found in brilliant uncirculated or proof-like condition. In those cases, Collectors are willing to pay $400 to $900, and in exceptional cases, the value can exceed $1,000 when certified by a professional grading service. This coin's value is not low, it's rising steadily. As the years pass, the availability of flawless specimens continues to decline, and that scarcity is exactly what drives the price higher. Numismatists predict that as more people realize its potential, the 1976 20-cent coin will become one of the standout issues in Australia's decimal history. One of the most intriguing things about this coin is its universal appeal. Collectors from the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Asia are increasingly adding Australian decimal coins to their collections. The artistry of the platypus design and the image of a young Elizabeth II create a unique blend of British influence and Australian identity, a combination that fascinates the global market. The coin also represents a time of technological advancement in minting. The Royal Australian Mint was improving its processes during the 1970s, producing coins with higher quality and sharper detail. The 1976 issue reflects that evolution beautifully, with crisp lines and smooth metal surfaces that give a premium look and feel. For those who own one, this coin can be a true investment piece. When stored properly in an airtight holder, free from oxidation and scratches, its shine and detail remain protected. Over time, these qualities can dramatically increase its market value. The number of people who want to buy it today is significant. Every year, new collectors enter the market, searching for rare Australian coins, and the 1976 20-cent coin consistently appears on their wish lists. The combination of rarity, age, and design has made it one of the most talked-about coins in collector circles. In recent years, auction results have shown that buyers are willing to pay impressive prices for top-graded coins. Even mid-grade uncirculated examples are fetching strong interest, which is a clear sign that this coin's popularity and value are still climbing. It's not just the financial value that makes this coin special, it's the sense of history it carries. Each coin minted in 1976 represents a time when Australia was proud of its progress and identity under Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Holding this coin connects you to that heritage and to millions of stories embedded in the metal. This 20-cent piece also stands as a testament to Stuart Devlin's artistic legacy. The platypus, one of his most celebrated designs, remains a national symbol and a collector's favorite. His work gave coins more than monetary worth. It gave them soul and style. Looking toward the future, experts believe that the 1976 Australia 20-cent Elizabeth II coin could easily double or triple in value over the next 2 decades. As high-grade examples become harder to find, demand will continue to rise. For those who invest early, the rewards could be substantial. Imagine discovering that the coin you've had tucked away for years is now worth hundreds, maybe even over $1,000. That's the power of patience and preservation in the world of coin collecting. The 1976 coin is no exception. It holds all the traits of a future classic. If you find this coin in your collection, handle it with care. Do not clean it, as that can reduce its value. Instead, protect it and consider having it authenticated. Its brilliance, history, and artistry make it a truly valuable piece worth showcasing. The market for such coins is alive and growing. Collectors of all ages are looking for these shining links to the past, and every coin in perfect condition adds to that excitement. The 1976 Australia 20-cent Elizabeth II coin is already valuable, and its future potential makes it a true treasure waiting to be discovered. So when you come across this coin, remember, you're not just holding a piece of metal. You're holding a story, a legacy, and possibly a small fortune in the making. The value of this coin can go high. And for collectors who recognize its significance, it's already one of the most desirable pieces in Australian history.